What's going on, everybody? I'm Magno TV. He's back. Teofimo Lopez, August 13th. He will be fighting Pedro Campa. Now, a lot of people don't know who he is. I know who he is a little bit. I've seen him fight twice, but for the most part, most fans aren't gonna know who he is. So let me just give you a little rundown of his record, etc. Pedro Campa. He's from Mexico. 34 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw. Now, I had to go through all of his fights to figure out how many stoppages he had, and it was roughly 20, 21. Some were KOs and some were TKO stoppages, So he's 30 years old. He's 5'9", so he has about, let's say, inch and a half in height on Teofimo. As far as his style, which I'm showing in the background right now, he is a come forward fighter, not really technical. He likes to wing his punches, shows some head movement, gets low, but he does get hit a lot, and he's not scared to get hit. He does have power. He's a natural, 140 pounder. He's not coming up in weight. He's been at 140 for a minute. So, that being said, he's game. But as for Teofimo, we all know who Teofimo Lopez is, the takeover, which he will do. He's still young, they have him listed at 5'8". I think he might be a little shorter than that, to be honest. From Brooklyn, 68.5-inch reach. He's 24 years old still, 17 wins, 12 by knockout. He only has that 1 loss versus Cambosis. He's showed that he has heart, endurance, toughness, speed. He's genetically gifted. He's athletic. I mean, he is the full package, and he's bringing the excitement back to boxing. Now, it's been going crazy on Twitter with Teofimo Lopez. That's how I know he's back. That's how I know he's ready. He's fired up. He's been arguing with promoters on there. They've been talking trash to him. Other fighters have been talking trash to him. He wants the big dogs. He wants Jose Ramirez. He wants Josh Taylor. But he called them a bunch of bitches, basically, because they don't want to fight him. Robert Garcia is talking, saying that he needs a tune-up fight first after a loss and this and that. Teofimo doesn't. That's not his style. That's not his style. He wants the best. He wants the best. He said, and I quote, Teofimo said this: "I was born in the wrong era," meaning he wants to fight the best. He don't care about wins and losses and stuff like that. He just wants to fight the best to get to the top. And then speaking of that, I think people are ducking him right now. Um, Regis Prograis, who I'm a fan of. I think he's a great fighter, but he put out a video tweet on Twitter. Wasn't really disrespecting Teofimo, but kind of implying a little bit, like calling him out, because he basically said, and I'm paraphrasing, that all these guys coming up to 140 who want to be undisputed, they're calling out everybody else and say everybody else is ducking them, but I'm here. And if you notice, nobody mentions my name because they don't want smoke, and I hurt people and blah blah blah. Yeah, Regis Prograis, you're a good fighter, you're great, but don't forget, you had your chance against Josh Taylor, and Josh Taylor whipped that ass. I thought you won, to be honest. I really thought you won that fight. It was close, but nonetheless, he did what he had to do. He imposed his will on you, and he beat you, Regis. So for you to say that you're gonna hurt whoever, I don't know. Yeah, maybe that'd be a great fight to see, Teofimo Lopez and Regis Prograis. But I think Teofimo has his eyes on other people right now. He has a plan, and like his name implies, the takeover. He's strategic with it, and he's going to do what he has to do to get to the top. And I mean, if Regis Prograis gets in the way, then he'll take care of him. When it's time, he'll cross that bridge when he gets to it. But right now, I think he has other plans. And right now, Pedro Campa is in the way, and is agreed on. So I'm thinking that fight is probably going to happen, and I can see Teofimo easily beating him. So, like, I just don't think that Teofimo. I'm not trying to compare Canelo and Teofimo, even though there are some comparisons because they're both so great. But Teofimo is like a mega star. He can sell fights. He can put people in seats and fill up stadiums and whatnot. But that's the thing about him and Canelo. They can sell. You know that's why he's not ducking people. Like Regis Prograis and that's with all due respect. Because Regis Prograis is a beast, and I really do think him and Teofimo would be a really hard fight. And I don't know. I mean, of course, I would favor Teofimo because I'm more of a Teofimo fan. But man, I would that would be a tough fight. Anyways, but Teofimo Lopez, he is going after guys that will get him in title contention. That's why he's talking to Jack Catterall, who just everybody thought that he beat Josh Taylor. I even thought that he really did. He should have. He even dropped him. So they're even talking about fighting. So that would be a fight that Teofimo Lopez would want, you know, to take in order to get to a Josh Taylor to get to that undisputed like he wants. That's what he wants. He wants to be undisputed at 140. That's his goal. He wanted 135 undisputed at 135. He got it, and now he wants it at 140, and he's gonna get it. But there's steps to doing it, and all these other fighters are in his way, and some aren't even variables. They don't matter really, and that's with all due respect to some of those guys because they are good, but they're just not necessary to fight. They can go fight each other. That's why I'm comparing Canelo and Teofimo because Teofimo and Canelo have an agenda, they have a motive, and they're going to fight who they have to fight in order to get what they want. And if you don't have what they want, then they don't need to fight you. Do you understand? So yeah, that's all I really have to say about that. But back to the Pedro Campa, Pedro Campa and Teofimo Lopez fight. You know, it's gonna be a walk in the park. Literally, I think Teofimo's gonna stand there, pick him apart, um, dodge all of his shots. He's gonna outclass him. He might take it into the later rounds just for to get the rounds in, just to get the work in, But after watching highlights of Pedro Campa, and I just don't see any danger in him fighting Teofimo Lopez. I think it's a great fight for Teofimo Lopez to come back, especially after the few surgeries he's had on his hand, etc. So yeah, that's what I think. Teofimo walks in pretty easy, and then steps up to some bigger competition. Maybe Jose Ramirez or whoever. Jack Catterall be really tough. Maybe Regis Prograis. There's so many at 140, but I know for sure Teofimo has a great plan. He has a good team behind him. He has an agenda. He's ready to take over 140 pounds, and I believe he will do it. I believe he will be the 140-pound undisputed champion. So click like, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below. I try to answer all of the comments and reply to everybody's comment. So just keep it content related. If you notice, my channel is growing, so it's getting a little bigger, so it's harder for me to keep up with all the comments. So if I don't get to your comment, don't, think I'm like trying to ignore people or I'm trying to ignore your whatever you're trying to tell me. Like if you're trying to diss me or trying to argue with me or debate with me, I'll debate with everybody, but Teofimo is the best right now, in the lighter divisions. That's what I think. So yeah, click like, subscribe. Thank you all. Cash App donations appreciated. Money sign Magno44. Comment below so we can get some boxing discussion going on. Y'all heard it here first. Peace.